What is going on, everyone? Radies here, and today I am in Cambridge with my good buddy Sid. Sid, what's up?
Hey man, thank you for having me, buddy.
Of course. So I have a very special video for you guys and a bunch of other videos coming out with Sid. But today we're going to be walking through his basement where he is actually house hacking and going to be renovating and putting his property up on Airbnb so he has a lower cost of living. So Sid, thank you for letting me showcase this to my followers. So let's go down and let's see the renovations, and Sid's going to talk us through, and we're going to go through the numbers as well.
Yeah, buddy. First of all, thank you for taking the time to come over all the way to Cambridge, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
No, of course. All right, so talk us through.
So this is a studio unit, basement studio unit. So this property is a single family home with a additional secondary unit in this. So this was specifically what I was looking for when I was buying the property. So that I have two units where in one of the units I can stay if I feel like or rent it out, but the other unit is meant for helping out with expenses and stuff. So initially I was thinking of using this unit to rent it out. I ran my numbers. I found out that in the current situation the house was, I would get like $800 as rents.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not renovate it? Because we had just got the property, it was COVID, everything was shut down. So I was like, okay, let's renovate it. So after renovation, I was certain I'll get roughly $1,200 as rents for the studio unit in the basement. Then I stumbled upon one of my investor buddies named James Fernandez, who gave me the idea of using this as Airbnb. And I knew that the market in Cambridge is very good for Airbnb because there are, I think, 5 or 6 marriage venues in Cambridge.
Oh.
And then there are not so many big hotels here.
Right.
So whenever there is like a marriage spree and there are 5-6 marriages happening on the same weekend, there is no place for people to go and stay. Like all the Airbnb will be booked out. So this is like a good spot for Airbnb. Plus there are so many big manufacturing companies around in the neighborhood. So like people get called from overseas, come in for like a week or so. And then like my house is located right next to the hospital, like the main hospital in Cambridge.
Right.
Like less than 10 minutes walk.
Oh wow.
And my neighbor is also a nurse, so she told me that lots of surgeons come here and they are looking for like a couple days stay close to the hospital so that they can travel.
Yeah.
And then this was like a very good idea. And I had a really bad experience with one of the tenants where I had to evict them.
Oh yeah.
And that didn't work out so well. Like we got them evicted, but it was a very stressful situation.
Yeah.
So I realized that I might as well, if I'm living here, I don't want any hassles, I might as well do Airbnb. At the same time, it gives me more money as compared to renting it out.
Yeah.
Like roughly I would get $80 a night for Airbnb. And like a good estimation for Airbnb will be, imagine that your Airbnb is just renting out for 20 days out of the whole month. So that would roughly get me to $1,600 instead of me renting it out for $1,200. So I'm like, why not? I mean, it's more money.
Yeah, yeah.
And this doesn't even include the cleaning fees or anything else. So
exactly. And I mean, we'll go through the numbers at the end as well. But just so my followers know, so like, why don't you talk to us exactly what you're doing? So like, because obviously the studio unit, like it looks, obviously we can see it. Let's show them around. Yeah. They haven't really seen it yet, right? So
for sure. So all these pretty walls around here were 1960 grandma wallpaper with flowers all over them.
Yeah.
So it was also a tough task to get it off the walls.
Yeah.
Because back in the day they wouldn't use the wallpapers which would just be like a peel and stick. They would splash glue all over the wall and then stick it. So it was literally a pain in the ass to get it off. And then even when you get it off, you had to do like 2-3 coats of primer just so that primer sits on the wall.
Right.
So we got it all painted. We did the signature accent wall there, and then we decided we'll just go with vinyl plank because when you're renting it out, your tenants are not as careful with the property as you are, so you want it to be waterproof and durable. So we did that. So if you come around here, like these cabinets were supposed to be here.
okay.
So the cabinets come here. I'm getting like a deep square sink to put in that. Getting new, what do you call that thing?
The sink.
Countertops. Getting brand new countertops and the sink to get in there. I'll be doing like a small bench. We have like a huge window here, like with 2-3 bar stools.
Like a breakfast bar type thing.
Yeah, breakfast bar kind of thing here. this space is for fridge, a small countertop here, and then stove, and then probably some place to keep your stuff as well.
Right.
And
Okay.
so this spot will be where your TV stand will be, and exactly opposite to here, to this spot will be like a couch. Then you're gonna have like probably a couple plants around here, separation here, and then you'll have like queen bed, side table, and we're gonna put all the pretty stuff around here.
Yeah, just decorate it.
Yeah. So we have spoken to one of the interior decorators who have helped one of my friends get their Airbnb design. So she's helping us out with this. Like she gave the idea of what to put where and whatnot. This is like a walk-in closet. We're still working on it right now.
It's the walk-in closet.
And then this is the washroom. We ripped apart the toilet. We're putting in new toilet, new vanity, new light fixtures. We keep keeping the shower part because it's in good condition. Just give it a deep clean and it's good to go. Yeah, that's pretty much the unit. It's not a big unit, but as long as it gets you better than what rents you can get, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, why don't we go upstairs or somewhere and then we'll talk about the numbers and the whole idea behind house hacking and then, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. So guys, we're also going to show you like the storage area where all the stuff is so you guys can see
All
what
the behind the scenes.
the behind
part.
the scenes, yeah. So look at this.
So pretty much all this shit is pulled out from that unit. Like you can see the ugly carpets, carpet underlayment. It's all piled up. All this stuff is removed from that unit. So I'm gonna throw this away once the renovations are done, and then we can probably turn it into a small gym.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. And I mean, do you want to maybe talk about like all this?
Oh yeah.
What happened here?
We were shopping in the market to get vinyl planks. The thing is, you'll find a deal, but when you actually want to buy the vinyl plank, you never find a deal. So we were shopping around for quite some time. Lowe's had a promotion going on. We were having a discussion with the salesperson. He's like, yeah, I can give it to you for maybe 250, 260. I'm like, that's not a deal. Like I can get it for cheaper. The important thing is getting the color you want.
Yeah.
And he had the color I wanted. So he wasn't budging, and then a manager passing by was overhearing all the conversation, and then when I was done with the conversation, I was walking by, the manager pulled the sales guy on the side and she told him, give him a 30% on the 30% discount. So that's like a total of roughly 51%. So it added up for like $1.95 per square feet per square feet for vinyl plank. Like 1.95 you get like laminate, good color laminate for 1.95. So it was like a no-brainer. So we ended up buying a skid that night, and we came back and we ran the numbers on the upper unit as well. So we are like, this is like a pretty good deal. Why don't we go early in the morning and get another skid? So we ended up buying like 2.5 skids. So it's right here, as you can see.
You guys can take a look too. It's stocking up.
Yeah. So we just thought that why not just get it? Probably whenever we buy our next property, we'll just use it for that.
Yeah.
So it's like a good decision, I believe.
Okay, and yeah, now let's talk numbers in the other room. All right, so Sid, why don't you walk my followers through the numbers of the whole property, the mindset behind like house hacking, and just why you even chose this deal in the first place. So yeah, why don't you let them know?
So I knew that I wanted to buy like a property in GTA, but Toronto is so expensive with the budget that I had. You can only buy a condo, which is useless if you're a real investor. You need at least a semi-detached or a detached property. Even a townhouse won't work. Like you cannot really add value unless you have a semi or a detached house. So I knew Cambridge was a good market because a couple of my buddies had bought properties here and it had appreciated like crazy like in 1 year. So I knew that this is a good market and it's not like a big drive. It's right on the 401. My house is less than 4 minutes to 401, which is amazing. And then 55 minutes, I'm in downtown Toronto. So that was amazing. So I knew I wanted to get this. So I just at the time of COVID, I was looking way before COVID, but I couldn't find anything which caught my eye. Just before COVID, when the lockdowns were taken in place, this property came on market just for 24 hours. So 6 p.m. I got to know that this property is on the market until next day, roughly 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So my agent called me up. I was here like 7:30. I was here, we checked out the place. There were probably like 6 other people who checked out the place. The property was listed for $385,000. So we ended up getting the house for $442K. We are like, okay, we've got the house. It is a very good house. I know once I renovate this, I can rent the upper unit for roughly $1,500 to $1,700, and then the lower unit, I can rent it out for roughly $1,200. That kind of gets it to cash neutral. But how can I make it cash positive? So it would have been cash neutral if I just rented up the upper unit and the lower unit. But since it was COVID, things in Toronto was going crazy. We decided, why don't we come to this property, move here by ourselves, and then slowly renovate it by ourselves, or just oversee the renovations, so we get a better grasp of the renovations and see the property evolve under our own eyes. So we moved here. And we started slowly falling in love with this place, and now we're thinking we'll just stay upstairs, rent out the basement unit. Instead of renting out, where I would get like roughly $1,200 for renting it out, we decided we'll just Airbnb this, so that we get like roughly $1,600 to start with from Airbnb, and then eventually once in 6 months you become super host, you can bump up the rents a bit, and then the estimation I'm using right now is $80 per night, and I'm thinking my unit will be rented only for 20 nights. In a year, things will change. It'll probably be rented out for 30 nights. I'll probably be a super host. So then I'll be making more than $1,600 just by the basement unit. And the unit upstairs is a 2-bedroom unit, where if I rent, I'll get $1,600. So you can imagine if I Airbnb, I'll get hell lot of money. Like I can definitely cash flow without a doubt if I Airbnb both the units. And then in, who knows, like in 6 months or a year, I decide, okay, I don't want to stay here. I want to go back to the Toronto life. I'll just say, fuck it. I'll just Airbnb the upper unit, Airbnb the lower unit, get a cleaning service, like to come and clean the units based on the Airbnb schedule. It'll be a complete hands-free experience. I don't have to worry about anything. And then this property cash flows. And then I can go back to living the Toronto life.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the thing. You have so many like potential options. Another option, even if you want, you can move to the basement, Airbnb the top, and you make even more money if you wanted to.
100%.
So many things you can do.
So like on the other side of the unit, there is enough space to build like another room.
Yeah.
But then I didn't want to make this legal secondary unit into an illegal secondary unit.
Yeah.
But if I want to, I could, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, yes, I mean, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Obviously, we're going to have a bunch more videos of, just some other things about real estate, so make sure you stick tuned for that. But I think other than that, yeah, we can wrap it up. It was a great tour. Thanks for having us, of course. I mean, yeah, is there anything else you would want to say or anything? Last words of wisdom?
Yeah, man. I would say there is, you should jump into real estate as soon as possible. It's like, personally, I didn't know anything. The unit you see around here, I renovated it by myself and my brother.
Yeah.
Just before COVID, I didn't even know how to use a screwdriver. I didn't even have a screwdriver, So I learned all this through COVID. This became my hobby. I'm not saying you need to pick up the screwdriver and start doing stuff, but what I'm trying to put in front of you is start investing even a little bit, because you don't know the fruit it can bring to you unless you get a taste of it.
There we go, words of wisdom. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the future videos I have coming out with Sid. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks and goodbye.